Scores. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Real Hooper Show with your boy Sean Suge Amos. And of course, I got my guy here. My guy E. What's good with you, my guy?
What's good, bro?
My man. We always in the building Mondays and Wednesdays. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Share. Let's get right into it, man. How was your weekend, E?
It was a good weekend, man. Can't complain.
Good weekend, bro. You know what I mean? You got some. You went out?
Nah, I stayed in the crib.
Dog, y'all 24-year-olds is different, man. Y'all some different dudes, bro. At 24 years old, staying in the crib sounds crazy to me. On a weekend, sounds crazy. And I was still doing what I needed to do. Hooping, or if I had a job, whatever, but I'm outside. I'm outside at 24, but I respect it. If I could do it all over again, I would have did it the same way. But you young guys who stay in the house, congratulations to you guys, man. You guys are 55 before you 55. I like it. But you know what, E? I'm older than you. So I am in the house. I am in the house on weekends, and I enjoy it. I enjoy my company. I enjoy my girl. I enjoy all of it, man. I enjoy watching podcasts. I enjoy watching movies, all that stuff on the weekend. I find that to be more peaceful than going out hustling and bustling for parking spots, paying for valet, you know what I mean? Meeting new people, acting like you care what they talk about. I watched this. Are you familiar with Earn Your Leisure?
Yeah, you put me on to them a while ago.
Earn Your Leisure. If you're not familiar with this, Earn Your Leisure is a podcast that focuses on financial literacy. And they had a guy on there. His name is Ian Schwartzman, and he's the partner of Joe Budden's. And they were talking about building a platform. And Ian, you know, he was just basically saying like, yo, we had this many subscribers. We try to get to this or whatever the case may be. Now, as you can imagine, if you don't know who Joe Budden's is or the Joe Budden Show, it's a pretty big show. It's a pretty big deal. It's been a big deal for several years now. And they was talking about goals on how many people to subscribe for their Patreon. And one of the hosts for the what's his name, Earn Your Leisure, he was like, yeah, the guys imagine if they hit 10,000 subscribers. And then Ian stopped them and was like, wait a minute. Like, let's not project our goals on them, because 10,000 subscribers is a lot for like Patreon. Let's have them focused on 100 subscribers, right? And then got me thinking, a lot of the world today, especially, the people who want to enter the podcast space, the YouTube space, Instagram space, be a creator, all these things, we always think about like this big number, right? But what if, we always focus on this big number. And with this big number, we don't reach it, we get frustrated. You set out to make 10,000 subscribers in 2 months, and you at 85, it doesn't look possible. But then let's say you do 100 subscribers for $10. That's a big deal. That's a pretty big deal. You get what I'm saying? Let's say you do 200 subscribers, like that's your world. And if you get to 5,000, 10,000 over the years, that is your market. That's your people you can sell merch to. People come to your live shows. People, that's what sponsors, they can advertise whatever they want to advertise. So you don't have to be the biggest creator on the planet to be successful. And we got to also start defining success. The success is not, oh, Joe Budden's, they're making $1 million a month. I need to make that to seem successful. No. Most of us, if you made $200,000 a year, can change a lot of lives. The only thing you couldn't do is live like you made $200,000 a year. So you just couldn't splurge all crazy. And sometimes you really don't need that. Most times you don't need that. So I was watching it and it just put things in perspective. It put a lot of things in perspective. It made me think about the compound effect. Just build day by day. We get on social media, we get on these platforms, we always trying to compare ourselves to other people. And I don't think we should do that. And then one of the things, and I'm gonna get off it after this, pause, is that one of the hosts was trying to say, like, the podcast space is oversaturated. It's a bubble that already blown up or whatever the case may be. And here's the thing that annoys me. When dudes make it and they make some money and then they see people after them trying to do the same thing or trying to do what they love to do, they always try to make it seem like, oh man, go do something else. This is over with. like dog. Like, you know what? Like, first off, I know some of the background of the Earn Your Leisures guys. You guys were teachers. Excuse me. You guys were teachers before this. Nobody, when you quit your job to be a teacher, nobody was like, man, get that up. Get that up. Don't even try that pod. You got a good job right here, good benefits. You helping the community, you teaching their kids. Don't try to do that entertainment stuff. No, we said, okay, cool. We like what you're doing. We support it. I think when people doing things for the wrong reasons, they'll stop when they're not getting any money. They'll stop when they get discouraged. You don't got to tell people to stop. They'll stop when they realize it ain't working. Because we've been doing this podcast thing since 2022, right? Probably hit a lick here and there, but no real consistent money. You mean to tell me somebody could walk in here and tell me to stop? Hell no, I ain't stopping. Like, I got 3 years invested in this. I got my own personal money invested in this. Maybe I'm taking the wrong turns here or there, but I'm going to figure it out. Because I want to do it. I love talking. I love talking basketball, and I love talking to people, and I want to inspire and motivate people. So no, I ain't stopping. I'm going to keep going until everything I imagine manifests for not only me, but my man behind the camera, my family, friends who all believe in it. So y'all dudes who making the money, stop telling people to stop and go be electricians and shit. Ain't nothing wrong with being an electrician. Ain't nothing wrong with being none of that stuff. That yes, if you love to do it. I think the biggest thing that we have in this world that people doing a bunch of shit they don't love to do. And they going home to their wives, their girlfriends upset. Their girlfriends going home to their husbands upset because they spending 8 hours, 9 hours in a place they don't want to be. I think the biggest thing you should encourage is telling people to do what they love to do and find some way to make money. And you don't have to be rich to do it. I think that's the biggest thing that's the biggest message that all you major platform guys should be spewing to your community. Now let's get to basketball. My boy LeBron James. Did you see that, E? LeBron James got the special edition 23 season jersey patch. How you feel about that, boy? You see my guy?
Well deserved for Brown, bro.
Well deserved for Brown. Listen, you're talking about a guy who scored 40 plus points on every team. 40 plus points on every team. He's played. He's had more playoff wins than 21 teams, 21 franchises. He's top 2 in MVP across 3 decades. Hall of Fame before retiring. He scored 40 as a teenager and 40 as a 40-year-old. Like, how you going? Come on, man. Like, how y'all dudes out there hating on that? Oh, it's longevity. It's longevity. Longevity. Dog, this is what I'm saying to you. Longevity. More playoff wins than 21 franchises. You know how that's not longevity, it's consistency. Longevity plays a factor. Y'all never talk about the fact that he top in assists too. Top in assists and number 2 in assists, number 1 in points. You know how insane that is? Like, listen, when you say longevity to those type of stats, I'm gonna assume you just never played basketball. Because for people who play basketball, we understand it is hard to balance scoring and passing in one game, let alone 23 seasons. It is hard to balance. Not to mention, he's top 5 in steals. Top 5 in steals, E. I might be real wrong. Maybe top 10. Definitely top 10. But he's top. Longevity. Vince Carter wasn't there. Kevin Garnett wasn't there. They played 20, 21 years. Where was Tim Duncan in top steals? He played 20 years. Dirk, where was he at? He played 20 years. Was Kobe in steals? Was Kobe top in steals all time? Because he's 20. Because he did a dub in the league. Y'all gotta stop sleeping on my boy, man. He put on like you would want to see a high school player come from the NBA. Like you would want to see him do.
Kobe ranks number 17.
He ranks number 17? Where does LeBron rank? I think LeBron was number 7 when I looked at it over the weekend. But yeah, man, congratulations to LeBron. If you get a LeBron James special edition patch jersey, that's gonna be worth some bread. So yeah, so all y'all little fans out there, y'all better hope when he walk through the tunnel, throw me the jersey. Where you at?
LeBron's number 6 all time.
LeBron number 6 all time, top 10. I said top 5, but top 10. But anywho, man. So E, did you hear that the NBA is trying to do an NBA Europe League?
Yeah, I heard about that.
You heard about that?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, E. If you was a kid, you always wanted to go to the NBA, and they'd be like, for the third pick of the NBA draft, we Madrid selects Ethan. How would you feel about that? Do you feel like you made the league?
I feel like I made it pro, but I wouldn't feel like I made the NBA though.
Damn. All right, what if you get the same money?
Yeah, I'll be glad I'm a pro, but I'm not an NBA.
It's NBA Europe.
But it's not the NBA though. It's not the NBA that we all know and love.
I mean, all right, fine. Your family got to go to Madrid to see your games. That's the only difference, though. They gotta fly 18 hours. That'd be the only difference. You know what I'm saying? 18 hours, they flying. But they met with they met with Paris and London. What if you got drafted to the Paris equalizers? How would you feel about that?
Nah, it's still not the NBA though.
Nah, come on, bro. You get the same love. They gonna love you even more over it in Paris.
Again, I would enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, I would enjoy it.
Damn.
But it's not the NBA.
No, my old heads, my fellow old heads. I'm an old head with y'all. I'm with y'all. I don't think y'all gonna like that, man. Y'all complain about what it look like now. Man, wait till you see the NBA go to Europe and how they gonna play basketball then. Y'all definitely gonna hate it. Y'all definitely gonna hate it then. Because trust me, they pass that ball over there, bro. They swing till they find the right person, man. So y'all might not like the Europe NBA.
Well, what you think about it? You think
You know, I'm always optimistic. I look at it like, damn, the guys who want to make the league, they got an opportunity now. They got, you know what I mean? They got more opportunities. It's been over 30 years since the NBA expanded teams. They're investing billions of dollars into this. So, you know, I think it'd be cool. Like, damn, like, can you imagine that? Yeah, yo, we're going to go to Europe for, you know, for some of the games over in Europe. We in Madrid. We travel to Paris, London. We get this, you know what I mean? It opens the things up a little bit. I wanted them to go I want to do the same thing for Africa too. You know what I mean? Africa a little far though. They make it tough to get to Africa though. They don't play no games. You gotta get shots, all types of shit to go to Africa. Then you gotta get a shot. You gotta be wearing mosquitoes, all types of shit over in Africa, man. But I want them to do the same thing for Africa. I want to do the same thing for all continents, to be exact. I want to do the same thing for Japan as well. But excuse me, not just Japan, Asia. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be pretty cool. It just wouldn't give the same feel, like you said, though. It wouldn't get the same feel. Like if I got drafted to the Madrid Huskies, then it's just like, damn, over here in Madrid. You know what I mean? But I think they'll Americanize it a little bit over there. Like wherever it goes, I think it'll be Americanized to some capacity. So
you think other sports like baseball and football would adapt to that?
I don't think football, because football is just not football is not as big as you think in other countries. They'll do not lacrosse. Not lacrosse. What's the other one?
Rugby.
Yeah, rugby. They do stuff like that. Right now, basketball is the number 2 sport in Europe. Obviously, number 1 is soccer. So you know, it has to make sense. I think this makes sense to on a business standpoint. Now, for all my fans out there, the fans not gonna like it. You know what I mean? If you live somewhere in Georgia and you never really traveled outside of Georgia, you're not gonna understand or not like the fact that they're going to Madrid, London for the games.
Wouldn't they have their own teams out there though? Like
they would have their own teams. You know, it hasn't been like the details is not out yet. They would have their own teams, but they wouldn't have like. But here's what I'm thinking. Like I'm thinking, like what if they like people get drafted over there? Like American players from college get drafted over there. You know what I'm saying? Like what if people get traded over there? Like, you know, like the Raptors, the Vancouver Grizzlies, those teams, you know, are in Canada, which Canada is not that far. Europe is far. You know what I'm saying? So you think about it. You think about like just imagine like Bronny James getting drafted to the Paris Equalizers. You know what I'm saying?
I would imagine they got their own little league, like it's a Europe league and American league. Like Europe players get drafted over there, then American players get drafted over here.
But
I don't know how.
I don't think they would trade between leagues, right? I was being funny with that, but I don't think that would make too much sense. Well, then again, I'm looking at the details. Some of the teams like Madrid, like their licensing deal with the Euro League is almost up in 2026, and a few other teams as well, right? So you right, they may have like an NBA Europe League and just draft people like that, but I still think it's an avenue for American players to play on those teams too. I don't think they just going to isolate those guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked that question. Like, damn, what if you make it to the NBA Europe and don't make it to the NBA American? Do you still feel like you made the NBA?
Now, how long do you think it would take for the lore of NBA Europe to be built up? So it feels like, damn, this is actually like
years. Decades. I think because you got to remember, like the ABA merger, the only way you can really sell people on it is to get top talent over there. You couldn't get like second part talent. You would have to get like somebody that's like really good. He plays over there and is a big deal. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't make sense. Like, all right, if you like the third best player on your college team and you go into the NBA Europe, like nobody gonna want to watch it because you're the third best player.
Like if you're the best player out there, why not play in the NBA out here?
What, in Europe?
Yeah, like let's say they dropped their version of LeBron James.
Right.
Wouldn't their version of LeBron James want to play out here in America?
I mean, maybe depending on the money though. Because what if the NBA? Because right now it's been talks of $1 to $5 billion being invested in this. So they're gonna have money to give, more money to give than you would get at the regular Euro League. So like, for instance, a lot of guys who came on the show and they talked about their story or whatnot, a lot of them has talked about how, you go overseas and they don't pay you. You know what I mean? Or you pay late or whatever. So imagine going over there and you getting paid that check. Like if you a dude who borderline NBA and you go to NBA Europe and they pay you $5 million or whatever, $15 million a year, you're not going to really care about playing in the NBA. You know what I mean? Like, all right, you want to go to the NBA, we'll give you $2 million a year versus your 15. And then, like, I don't know if you know what Stephon Marbury is, right?
Yeah.
All right. So when he went to Asia, they showed him love. He got a statue out there after he was all done. He got a statue out there, dog. Like, bro, he had his own sneaker line and everything. You know what I mean? He had the Starberries. Those Jordans, at first they was like, when they was in America, they was like $15. And it did. I mean, he was trying to do something good. He was trying to do something good by making affordable shoes. But then people was clowning dudes with affordable shoes. Yo, American shit, man. Like how y'all gonna clown people for bargains? Like, come on, bro. But and they also said, this has been a rumor though. This is just a rumor. They ain't gonna like LeBron for this one. They said Mav Carter and LeBron has got their hands in this. They got their hands on it. It's a lot of rumors, speculation that first Mav and Bron was going to try to get investors to start their own league, right? Then what it sounds like to me, because that was reported in September. Now, what it sounds like to me is Adam Silver has said, nah. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bron is working on behind the scenes. So here's what I mean by this, behind the scenes, right? If you remember when Jordan played for the Wizards. Jordan, only for the Wizards, I believe it was like a contract for like $1.2 million, right? Something like. But he took that contract because they told him they was going to make him an owner. Right? Excuse me. Right? So when I see guys like Bron playing for 23 years, I don't think it's all about the playing basketball. I think some of it's like, look, we need you to put more sweat equity into this, and we can make you an owner. I don't think LeBron is playing 23 years to walk away from this game and be like, all right, I'm an analyst now. He not doing it. Like, that would look crazy. 23 years in a game, and they said, all right, we're going to put you on NBC. Yo, you did all this for us. We're going to put you on. And that would just look wild to me. Maybe some guest appearances here and there, but a regular? Him and Rudy Gay talking shit? Nah, bro. Not 23 years in the game. Him and Blake Griffin sharing stories? Nah. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like he doing this so he can have some type of hand on some of these teams, bro. But moving on though, bro. We'll get back to him in a second. You know what I noticed, by just like running this page and by talking to people. People don't like basketball. They like basketball stories. You get what I'm saying? Like, we put out a post that Magic Johnson didn't play center. It was an uproar. It was old heads in the comment. I'm an old head too, so I'm with y'all. It was old heads in the comment. They like, man, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to ruin everything the 90s, all the guys. All the work that the guys put in the 90s, he's trying to ruin it all. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. My little 37,000 subscribers ain't ruining shit. Like, come on, brother. Like, let's be real, man. I'm just being honest, though, because let's think about it. If Jim Crone for the Lakers played 43 minutes as a center, how is Magic playing a center? If Mark Landsberg, who's also a center, played 19 minutes, how is Magic playing center? If Wilkes scored 37 points as a forward, How was Magic playing center the entire time? Like, of course, there were possessions where he might have had to switch off because he was playing point forward. He might have been on a big, but that's not the story that y'all fell in love with. The story y'all fell in love with is, yo, Kareem is out. Magic about to jump ball. Oh my God, he did the hook. He was the center that day. That's not the story that y'all fall in love. Y'all falling in love with the idea. Like, think about what y'all saying. Magic Johnson was running down. He was a rim runner. So Norm Nixon was the point. Magic was the rim runner. And y'all just dumping it down to Magic. And now he going to work with Daryl Dawkins and all of them down there. Like, it don't make sense. Like, are there plays when he is on the post and Julius Erving, Dr. J, is guarding him and he making plays from the post? Absolutely. Is he getting rebounds? Absolutely. But did he play center the way y'all kicking it? Nah, he ain't do that. He ain't do that. Y'all got to stop that, man. And I just realized people don't like basketball. They like basketball stories, man. And y'all got, and that's okay. I like basketball stories too. In fact, I put 2 stories out a week. So I hope y'all like my stories. But anywho, man, you know, I wanted to, I had missed one of them. I missed one of these topics, bro. I wanted to compare the Boston Celtics that Jordan couldn't beat to the Mavs of 2011 as far as like all-star guys on the team. I'm gonna get to that on Wednesday. So if you beat me to the punch, you can talk your talk in the comments. One of the things too, I got a few more LeBron takes over here. One of the things too, right, that people don't understand. People always, because I see some of the notifications. I don't see all of them. I try to turn all the notifications off my phone. The only one that's on my phone is YouTube. I haven't turned it off yet. And I always see this, you're glazing, you LeBron fans. It's not that we hate LeBron, we hate LeBron fans. How y'all hate the fans for being fans? Like, what the heck? But one of the things I thought about as I read one of these comments is that I didn't like LeBron myself. I didn't really like LeBron when he was coming in. Like, I went to his game when he played against Strawberry Mansion, and I thought he was overhyped. I thought he was overhyped walking into it because up until that point, everybody was compared to Jordan. Everybody was compared to Jordan. Oh, he's the next Jordan. It was a dude in the city. His name was Maurice Rice. Maurice Rice was 5'11". Newspapers in Philly. He could be the next Jordan. What? Like, how'd y'all get to that? That, like, because Maurice Rice also broke Wilt Chamberlain's scoring record in Philly. Maurice Rice is the all-time leading scorer in Philly. So I went to the game and I read about LeBron James, but I never seen him play at this point. So I said, man, let me see this, man. Let me go up there, see what's going on. He came out of the tunnel. It looked like he was gliding. It looked like, he looked like a different type of player. Like, I've played and seen Division I players, NBA players, Kyle Lowry, Hakeem Ward, up front, Mustafa Shakur, up front and personal. And I can tell you LeBron bounce was a little different. It was a little different. But I still wasn't sold on him. And I remember watching an All-American game that year. I think it was a 04 All-American game or 03 All-American game, right? And it featured Bron, Charlie Villanueva, Chris Paul, a plethora of guys. And to me, at that time, being young and not really understanding basketball, LeBron didn't seem like he was doing nothing. Like, people every time he touched the ball, oh my God, did you see that? Did you see that? And I'm like, he ain't even do nothing. I never forget a play where LeBron got a steal, and I think he passes to Charlie Villanueva, And they was like, oh my gosh, look at the court vision. And I'm like, what? Like, what is they talking about, bro? So when he got into the league, I was like, man, let me see this dude, bro. I remember playing against Sacramento Kings. I was like, oh, okay. He might not be that bad. And then years go on, and I'm like, wait a minute. He averaged 31 points? Wait a minute, he in the finals? I saw this dude 4 years ago. He in the finals from high school? That's when I was sold. I was like, yeah, he the real deal. He the real deal. But I didn't like LeBron all the time. I didn't like, so that people, I just wanted to make that clear. People always make it seem like, oh, I got a homie, my man, he'd be like, man, when LeBron came in the league, you start being a fan of him. First off, you didn't know me before in school, okay? Like, you don't know who I was a fan of first. Let's just get that straight. And just because I'm a fan of one person don't mean I don't like the other person. That's what y'all do. Y'all like that, do goofy stuff like that. Oh, I'm a fan of Kobe, so I gotta hate LeBron. No, you don't, brother. You can like both of them and just enjoy basketball, bro. Trust me, them dudes hang out together. They not thinking how you thinking, genius. You know my boy KD passed Wilt Chamberlain. Speaking of another guy passing Wilt Chamberlain. How you feel about that? Do you feel it's deserving of my boy?
Yeah.
I think this is a accomplishment, a hell of an accomplishment. So he's 93 points away from Dirt, so he can be the sixth spot of scoring. He's 824 points from Jordan, right? He's 2,100 points away from Kobe. Follow me? Last year, he scored total 1,600 points. 1,600 points, right? If he played 4 more years at that same pace, he would have scored 37,000 points, passing Karl Malone, making him third place, all-time scorer. All-time scorer.
You think it's possible? You think he's gonna do it? He's 37 right now.
37. I mean, you know what, man? But see, I think he can do it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the old heads today, well, not the old heads today. The players today is not like players back in the day. If at 33 years old, 34 years old, dudes was cooked. Like everything was cooked. Bald head, receding hairline, bad ankles. You see them come to the game at 40, they walking with a cane. You're like, damn. These dudes is cooked. The old KD doing podcasts with Bobby. He chilling. He ain't got no kids yet, no wife yet. He ain't got no stress yet. He just making all his money. He vibing. He gonna be all right. I think he could do it. You don't never lose your shot. You don't never lose your shot, but I think he'll be fine.
He's gonna be 41 though. He's gonna have that same production that he's doing right now at 41.
I think he can get there, bro. I got faith in him. 1,600 points last season. He can do 16. You don't think he can do 16? And look, here's my thing. I think that was 1,600 points was a light John. Like I don't think it was like a thing where it was his prime and peak. I think that's where I don't see Durant. He said the thing with me is Durant is a hooper. Like he just want to hoop. Like you know me personally, right? You think if my ACL wasn't torn, you think I still be hooping?
Right now?
Yeah, if my ACL wasn't torn.
I feel like you be in the gym just getting like running around.
You don't think I'd be still in leagues?
Not as heavy as you were earlier in your years.
Shit. Probably not as heavy. You might have been right there. Maybe not as heavy because I'm doing this. But I still be hooping. I would still be hooping every morning.
But you was hooping with your ACL torn though.
Yeah, you know what though? It's just too risky. Like it's too risky, bro. Like it's too risky. It's like sometimes, like it hasn't bothered me, but sometimes I'm like, like do I really want to risk this for these bums? like these dudes is bums. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I got nothing to prove. Like I got nothing to prove to these dudes. Like here's when I had to hang it up. Here's how I had to hang it up. I hung it up when I was playing in this adult league, and there was this one kid. He was a walk-on for Florida State. He wasn't that good. He had good skills, but he wasn't good. And he was playing point. He was just wild with the ball. Like he was he was scoring, but just didn't understand. Passing, didn't understand. I was just like, bro, I'm not coming to these games on Monday night. I could be chilling with my girl, relaxing and shit. I'm not about to sit up here, come up. Then you done the game at like 9:30. Now you eating dinner at 10. Then you rushing to go to sleep. Now you sore. You can't get to the gym the next day. And that's when I was really boxing heavy. So then it's like my back hurt and all that stuff. And all I did was score 6 points. I'm not doing this, man. I scored 6 points, and I just watched this kid run around with the basketball for 40 minutes. I'm done, man. I'm cool, bro. I'm gonna start a podcast. Hey, you know what though? Another thing with podcasting, bro. You know, I do watch a lot of the basketball players' podcasts, and going back to what frustrates me when people try to discourage other people is the NBA players. Like NBA players, man, I love y'all, bro. I truly do, bro. But can y'all stop getting on these podcasts talk about y'all wouldn't pay for trainers? Stop that, bro. Stop that. Like, first off, let's address the trainees. Let's address the players first. If you have a trainer, that does not mean you're good. Okay? That does not mean you're going to make varsity. That just means that you want to improve your skills. Let's be clear about that. You still need to play against live bodies. You still need to play against some really good, some older players, whatever the case may be. You still need to do all those things. I'm going to give you an example where obviously I knew this growing up because that's all we did. I didn't have any trainers. But when I first started boxing, and I had this trainer, and he was like, you know, he was a really good trainer, but I would only work on boxing when I train. Until one day he was frustrated because I couldn't do this combination. And he was like, look, man, you got to work out on your own too. And I was like, what? You the trainer. The fuck are you talking about? But it made sense though. He broke it down like, when you play basketball, did you only play in practice? And I was like, nah, I played all the time. I played 3-on-3, 4 after practice and everything. Exactly. How you expect to be a good boxer and you only do it with me? And after that, I started training on my own. I still had him as a trainer, but I still would like go to gyms, go hit the bag, work on my footwork. And that's when my fight game really stepped up. That's when I started traveling to different gyms in LA and start sparring some of the professionals and have my confidence and shit like that. So for all you players who have a trainer, you still got to play against better players. You still got to play. In fact, if you young, I wouldn't even train. I wouldn't even play. Like, let's say you like 13. You should be playing with 15 and 16-year-olds. You should be playing with 13 and 16-year-olds, and you should be working your way. Like, if you're a 13-year-old and you're like, I'm a point guard. The 15 and 16-year-old players is not going to let you become a point guard. You're not taking out their hands until you earn it. You got to earn it. 16-year-olds, that's look, you got to go play with some grown men and get the respect as a point guard. That's how you get nice. That's how you get better. Now, let's talk to the NBA players. Stop telling people you wouldn't be a trainer. Now, I ain't going to listen. I'm going to keep it a buck. Now, understand this. The average NBA player is 6'7". No pun intended. No, 6'7", we get it, right? There's only 3% of the population is over 6 foot. 3%, right? So automatically, if you in the NBA, you played in the NBA, you're the anomalies of the world. Let's be clear. There's been only 2,800 7-footers in the world. 7 foot and up. Out of that 2,800, 300 of them played in the NBA. That's 10% of 2,800, right? You don't need a trainer. You don't need a trainer. Because everybody wants you on a team anyway. Some of these kids need training so they can make the team. Some of these kids need training because they not your size. So they got to make up for that. You got these guys 6'9" on a couch. Yeah, I wouldn't train. I wouldn't hire no trainer. For what? You're 6'9". All you got to do is run and play hard. Just run and play hard. You want to learn more than anyone else. You know why? Because every coach in America going to want you. They're going to teach you. They're going to teach you how to play. But what my man, my 5'11" friend Ethan right here, what he's supposed to do? Get it how he live? You think my guy E just go up to Parks and be like, yeah, I'm on? Nah. He got to earn it. You 6'9", you walk on the court, they see you get out the car. Hold on. I'm holding this last spot. I'm holding this last spot for my man walking. Is he hooping today? He might not be hooping today. He wearing a suit. But fuck it, we're going to ask. We're going to ask before we pick up 5'11" Ethan. We're going to ask that before we. So please stop telling people. Stop telling people they don't need trainers. I'm 6'3", right? And I was tall most of my life. It was only when I went to college I didn't feel tall. Like, that's the only time I didn't feel tall is when I played basketball. That's it. There's only like all my teammates. My sophomore year, we had a point guard 6'2". We had a shooting guard. Shout out my man Akeem Wright, 6'6". We had a small forward who was 6'5". We had another power forward who was 6'7", and then we had a 6'10" center. Shout out Wayne Marshall. That was my team. And then we had a 5'11" point guard, a 6'2" shooting guard, and a bunch of others, and then like 3 other guys, including myself, that was 6'3". That was the team. And one more 5'10" guy. That was the team right there. That's the only time I felt short. But anytime I walk in rooms, I walk in gyms, I'm like, damn, man, these guys are small. It ain't that. I'm part of the 3%. I'm part of the 3% of the population. Like, yeah, at some point, I needed a trainer, but I ain't need a trainer at 11. I ain't need no trainer at 11. They gonna put me on the team anyway. Like, the only time I needed a trainer is when it was time to be a legit guard. Other than that, I was small forward, power forward, shooting guard. I played multiple positions in high school. But if your kid 5'7" and he want to play basketball, y'all really on these couches at 6'9" telling these people, yeah, you don't need no trainer. I wouldn't pay for no trainer. He 5'7", he might need something. Somebody got to teach him. I just look at training. You know what I look at training as, E? I look at training as tutoring. You know what I'm saying? Like, your kid wants to be better at math, but he's not quite getting it. So you just got a tutor. You wouldn't tell a kid who has a tutor like, man, I wouldn't get no tutor. You chat GPT. You wouldn't tell him that. So it's the same shit. And stop getting in people's pockets. Oh, they cost too much. You rich. What you talking about cost too much? You're a goddamn millionaire sitting on, you get paid per episode. Talk some, man, yeah, man. These traders charging whatever. How you think we feel when we see y'all contracts? We see y'all making $50 million a year to sit out half the damn season. You think we all say the same shit? Get out of here, dog. Let these young men get their $100 an hour or whatever, $80 an hour, whatever they getting, bruh. AD.
Real quick, I got a question in the chat before we move on to the next subject by Junebug. He asks, do you think players are better today than in the past?
Do I think players is better today or in the past? Today for sure. The skill wise, yeah, it's unmatched. It's unmatched. Skill wise, you know, you're not going to see it. I mean, yes, there was some skilled players, and when I had these conversations, they'll be like, "Oh, what about Penny Hardaway?" These are one-offs. Penny Hardaway, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. You go look at the Boston Celtics, you got 2 stars on the team. You go look at the SG, like at one point, the Warriors had Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, all was capable of scoring 50 any given night. Not 50 10 years ago, 50 any given night. You didn't have that in the 90s or the 80s. You had some decent players, some decent teams, but these guys, don't get me wrong, like there was some Julius Ervings, Charles Barkley's, Moses Malone's, all on the same team. Yes, 1,010%. But we talking about abilities. We talking about 3 guys on the perimeter, one 7 foot, and he can pull up from 3, 40 feet away from the basket at any given time. One guy running off 1,010 screens, 2 people guarding him, flying at him. He knocking that shit down. It's not even close, bro. Like it's like I hate that we try to make this a thing because it never was a thing. It never was a thing for us to be sitting here debating. Like, oh, do you think the player's skills is better than dog? They could barely dribble with their left hand. Like they could barely dribble with their left hand back in the day. That was like a ultimate ability. He can lay the ball up with 2 hands. Now these dudes is doing everything with their left hand, bro. These dudes are shooting threes with their left hand. Like it can't be real. But you know your boy AD. How you feel about AD going to Boston?
For who? You better not give up a lot of pieces for Anthony Davis.
I mean, I didn't see that in the report. I mean, I'm assuming Derek White got to go. Garza was a topic in the article, but they're just looking at him right now.
Bro, you can give a Luka Garza and a 2nd round pick, bro.
Why?
Bro, I'm not a fan of AD no more, man.
Why? What happened?
Bro,
he made a glass, huh? AD made a glass. Yeah, his hand hurt down. He can't play for. I mean, but you know what it is, man. I think he'd be a good fit, but again, I just think when these players get to this point in their career, I think we put too much emphasis on them, and I just think it's time we don't look at them as a number 1 option. It's time we don't look at them as a number 2 option. It's time we look at them as a number 3, number 4 option. You know what I mean? Like I just don't think AD's the guy we want him to be anymore, and I think we got to make peace with that.
I also heard reports of him wanting an extension, a contract extension for I don't know how much, but a large amount. How do you feel about that? AD looking for a large amount contract extension.
That's why he started wearing goggles, because he's seeing something different than anybody else is. That's why his eyes is all messed up now, because he's seeing something else. And you know how I feel about that? I'm trying to be super politically correct here, but don't you know a girl? Everybody's running to a girl who put too much value on herself. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I get you want men to take care of you, but you ain't the girls who you ain't that. You know what I mean? You can get to that. Work out, lose some weight. You know what I mean? Let money take over. But you ain't that. That's how I feel about AD. He can get back to that, but you got to at least play 70 games. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't bad, but you ain't dependable neither. You ain't bad, but you ain't top tier neither.
Do you think a team should take a risk on that? Take a risk on trading for AD?
I mean, they could trade for him, but not a lot of money. Not a lot of money. I mean, listen, bro. You made a glass. You the scarecrow doing the Wizard of Oz. You made a straw. You know what I'm saying? Can't have you out here like you already cooked Dallas Mavericks. You already cooked them. You didn't play less games than anything. Cooked them. No, I mean I like him going to Boston because Boston do have a core group, and he doesn't have to be the number 1 guy, number 2 guy, not even the number 3 guy. You know what I mean? But I don't know who you would move. I think you gotta get rid of Derek White. I think you keep Anthony Simons, and you got Pritchard. I don't see Pritchard. Pritchard wouldn't make a lot of sense for the Mavs because they already got Nembhard. That you don't need 2 small guards. Like, you know what I mean?
How about Anthony Davis to Atlanta?
And who they move? Porzingis?
Yeah,
Porzingis go back to Dallas?
Yeah, they could move Porzingis.
But then it's just you just trading glass for glass at that point. I don't dislike it because again, I think where Anthony Davis, the best place for Anthony Davis to go is to a place where he's not the first option or second option. The Atlanta Hawks would be that place. They got 4 guys over there averaging double figures. 3 of them averaging over 17 points a game. I think that'd be a good place. Anywhere that he's not like called on to give you 25 a night, I think is a good place for him. You know what I mean? I do want to see him win a championship, but he won't be the lead guy. We won't look for him to be a lead guy. Your boy Luka got into a scuffle. How you feel about that? That boy Dennis Schroeder, Dennis Schroeder was suspended for trying to put his hands on Luka. How you feel about that?
Rightfully so, bro. Leave Luka alone. Leave Luka alone. That's what Lakers need an enforcer. Lakers had like a.
They got Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes stood on business. Anytime somebody touched Luka, Jackson Hayes on business.
What was he at when Luka got into a scuffle?
He's probably on the bench. That's going to be a tech. That's going to be disqualification.
That's bro.
Probably was on the bench.
We need to do something,
bro. But Luka was talking shit. The shooter said he called him a bitch. Sure. Listen, Dennis said you can't call me a bitch on the court and think it's cool when it's off the court. So Dennis was waiting outside. He wanted to smoke. But this is what I'm saying, bro. I try to tell these old heads this. The basketball that y'all once loved ain't coming back. All that hooligan stuff y'all trying to get into, it ain't gonna work. These guys is like, look, y'all not messing up my money. Y'all not messing up our money. Trying to fight. You think you about to fight Luka? Bro, you think you about to fight Luka? Come on, Dennis. Come on, bro. Luka said you should have signed the contract. I think he was referring to the contract for $82 million that Dennis declined. Dennis declined the $82 million contract from the Lakers years ago. They started bouncing him around like a ping pong. And he was going to Utah, Atlanta. He's going to all these places. Now he's sacked. But they said you should have signed the contract. Moving on. Jonathan Kuminga for MPJ. That's been the talks right now. How you feel about that? Do you think Jonathan Kuminga to the Nets is an upgrade or a downgrade?
For who? The Nets or the Warriors? Upgrade for the Warriors. I think it's an upgrade for the Nets too, because you don't know what
Jonathan Kuminga go to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Player.
By the way, if you want to know what this is OF Protein Shake. Make sure you guys go on OF Protein Shake or OF.com. We'll put it on the screen or whatever. But make sure you go score 24K. Score 24K. Get 35% off. I've been using it. It's been great. Nothing but good results. High energy in the gym. I'm loving it. I drink 2 a day. I'm about 225, trying to bulk up a little bit. You know what I mean? Listen, man, I don't want nobody roughing me up when I'm out there. Little guys like E, you know, they got that Napoleon syndrome trying to rough me up. I gotta let them know my presence is felt. You know what I mean? But getting back to it, Jonathan Kuminga, I think it's an upgrade for him because he gets to play. We all been wanting to see him play. You better not F this up. MPJ, that'd be crazy. I think another shooter. MPJ. I mean, he's just surrounded by shooters. I think his role is lessened at that point, though. You know, he's not getting the ball every play down like he is now. Right now, this is his best year. So I would like to see that trade.
You think his role will be lessened? You don't think he'll still have a significant role in Golden State?
He'll have a significant role, but you think he averaging 25 points?
I think he still average 25 points in Golden State, especially during the second units when Steph is off the court.
I say 18.
Nah, 18 too low.
18.
Nah, they need him to average 25.
We underestimate average, bro. We underestimate the word average. Like, that's something you got to do every night. Every single night, you have to do that every night.
He's doing that. He's doing it in Brooklyn.
Yeah, because he's getting the ball every time. Like last night he didn't play because he had to rest. His DNP said rest. Like, you're not doing that every night, bro. That's hard to do, bro. Like, we got to stop acting like, oh man, you're averaging it ain't nothing. Like, you averaging 18. That means some nights you're gonna score 26 and some nights you're gonna score 14.
No, the Warriors can't afford him to score 14.
I mean,
they can afford that.
But they got a motion offense that's like really good.
Yeah.
They're not. It's not a hyper focus. It's not a heliocentric offense for anyone outside of Steph Curry.
But they need someone.
So you think he gonna average 25 points if you go to the Warriors?
Maybe not 20, 22, between 22 and 25.
Oh man,
they need scoring. They need a secondary score.
I say 18 to 22.
18 just too low for me, dog.
He averaged 18 with he averaged 17 with the Nuggets.
Yeah, but you got Jamal Murray over there. You got Jokic, Aaron Gordon. You got other pieces who could.
You think Jimmy Butler ain't going? Jimmy Butler ain't going? What? He going to take a backseat?
Jimmy Butler, how much he giving you? 16 points, 14 points. That's what I was saying.
He ain't going.
They need someone more than that.
He got other. I see where you coming from. I still don't. I just. But here's the thing, though. You still how much Steph averaging right now?
Let me shut up right now.
Steph averaging like 29 points.
Yeah.
Steph got to get his, bro. You know what I mean?
But Steph play with he gonna get his regardless. He played with Clay, KD, and he still got his no matter what.
Yeah, true.
So Steph gonna be fine.
Yeah, man, he might could do it.
It's gonna come off the other players like Podziemski, what's his name, Moody, Buddy Hill not even playing. It's gonna come out the other players like that. Those were they're gonna lose their shots.
You could be right. I agree. I see where you're coming from with that. Another trade. Domantas Sabonis to the Pistons. They said that's been in talks right now. Tobias Harris and Isaiah Stewart goes to Sacramento Kings for Sabonis. I think that's a good trade.
You think it's a good trade?
Yeah, because you keep Durant. You keep Cunningham. And then you got Sabonis. Sabonis can get you a triple-double.
But you think it's a good trade if you think it's a good idea for them to leave, get rid of Isaiah Stewart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck him. like what you mean? Tobias Harris? Like, dude, anywhere Tobias Harris go, I run from. Another guy, bro. I mean, Tobias cool. I like him. You know, he cool, keep a good haircut. But he ain't good for the parlay. You know what I mean?
But how about that? Do you think Detroit loses a little bit of grittiness getting rid of Isaiah Stewart?
You still got Durant. I think the culture of Detroit is just gritty.
He's gonna be
yeah, I've never seen a soft Detroit team. Like a soft winning Detroit team. Like if a Detroit team is soft, they just didn't win. Like a team that wins in Detroit, the culture of Detroit won't have that.
Yeah.
The obviously the bad boys, but then you also had the Ben Wallace of the world, Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince, Rasheed Wallace. These dudes wasn't no slouches, bro. Rip Hamilton, these dudes wasn't no slouches, game. So I like it. I ain't mad at it. Man, let's get into some of these games, bro. Let's get into some of these games. I'm not going to spend all day on the games, guys. I ain't going to lie to you, because, I love watching these games. It was 10 of them. We already over time, so I just want to make sure we just touch on them, man. I did watch their Sixers and the Raptors play. You know what? The Sixers, man, I obviously, y'all already know I'm from Philly. And my thing with the Sixers, bro, they're not going to be a good playoff team, bro. They're not going to be a good playoff team. I'm disappointed. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm disappointed. Yeah, I was watching them last night. They just don't know who's going to take the last shot. They don't never know who's going to take the last shot. They always playing one-on-one at the end. And it's like, I'm talking about bad one-on-one, too. Like the Tyrese Maxey is at the three-point line with the big hand up, pass it right here, and just going one-on-one. Like, bro, if y'all run off some screens or something like that, how many games y'all going to lose like this? This is like the second time. They just play a lot of hero ball. A lot of hero ball. Needs some maturity. VJ Edgecombe, the highlights will show you VJ Edgecombe hitting a big shot, but they won't show you the shot he missed, the crazy shot he missed before that shot. But he shot some wild-ass shot in the clutch that hit only the backboard. Only the backboard. And then, so at the end of the game, Scotty Barnes has the ball, and Kelly Oubre fouls him. I get they were trying to take him. I don't even know why they was trying to do that. I don't even know why he fouled him. I don't even understand why he fouled him. Because there was already in a bonus. Just stay in front. It looked like he blatantly fouled him, or maybe he just fouled him because he got beat. But it was a silly foul. Barnes goes to the free throw line. He hit the shot, and it was a dub. It's over from that. It's over from there, man. But I still don't know why he fouled him. My man Jamal Shed? Yeah, Jamal Shed. I actually seen him play at one of the Rico Hines workouts this summer. He's pretty good. I like his game. I was actually happy to see him. Play last night, and actually happy to see him do good. Like, he was one of the guys I was introduced to at the runs. I didn't really see him in college like that, but he played well. He had 22 points last night and had 6 assists. Scotty Barnes had 31 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists. And Emmanuel quickly, he played well too. Hit some big shots. Made some great passes. 20. He had 20 points and 7 assists last night. Tyrese Maxey had 38 points. Like he balls out. Tyrese Maxey balls out, but then it's sometimes you just like, yo, bro, what you doing? He just need maturity into his game. But he had 28 points. VJ had 17 points with 4 assists, 4 turnovers, and 4 rebounds. Moving on to the next game. So I did get a chance to see some of the OKC and Miami Heat game. OKC won, but I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was gonna get a little ugly. I thought it was gonna be an upset because SGA came out. When he started out, he was SGA went 0 for 6. So I was like, oh, this is about to be an upset here. But then he turned it up. And y'all already know when SGA turns it up, it's over. It's over. He at one point he scored he went on like a whole 15-0 run by himself. Just scored 15 straight. Just nobody was there to stop him. I'm looking for the game right here. Here it is. Nobody was there to stop him. And my fault, not 15-0. The OKC went 15-0. And then, but SGA scored 9 in a row. SGA had 29 points with 8 assists and 5 rebounds. Jalen Williams, 18 points, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And Chet Holmgren has 16 and 10. So they did a good job. Norman Powell didn't play this game, but I don't think it would have made a difference. They were lost by 12 points. They lost by 12 points. That could have made a difference. But nonetheless, Tyler Hero had 19 points, I like to see Tyler Hero score more. I like to see him score more. But he only played 27 minutes, so he did what he needed to do.
You think Tyler Hero is one of those is an overrated player?
Yeah. I think Tyler Hero's kind of overrated though. Like I really liked Tyler Hero. I thought him being an all-star last year was well deserved. But then when I look at it now, I'm like, kind of overrated. I think he's a guy who I feel if you put him in a situation where he's the second scorer, he'll be pretty good. I don't think everyone's flourished as the first scorer on the team. I don't think everyone's that guy. You know what I mean? But let's get into the next game. I had Denver versus Milwaukee. How you feel about your boy Joker being out? You don't got no feelings towards it?
Nah, I got no feelings towards it.
Like I say, Joker's an Iron Man. Joker's been he up until now, he only missed like 13 games in the last 3 seasons. So he's definitely an Iron Man. Milwaukee loses 104-108. Aaron Gordon had 23.6 rebounds and 4 assists. Jalen Pickett had 13 points. And my boy Peyton Watson had 19 points. Peyton Watson been balling. Congratulations to him. And Tim Hardaway Jr. had 25 points. So these guys without Jokic, they're still keeping the momentum. That's how you know they're a good team. They're a good team. They're gonna make some noise in the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if they shock a lot of people when they're in the finals. Giannis had 31 points, 11 and 8 last night. 8 rebounds. And listen, man, to me, best power forward of all time. I'm going to keep it rocking with Giannis on that one. My guy, Ryan Rowland only had 2 points last night, scored 34. They played 35 minutes. That's the inconsistency that I talk about when it comes to the NBA. Like, come on, bro. I was rooting for you. You averaged 16 points. You gave us 2. Come on, bro. We got to do better, bro. We definitely got to do better. Moving on. I want to get to the main games now. Let's get to the main games. Minnesota versus Spurs. Minnesota versus Spurs. Wemby had 29 points in 27 minutes. Looking real Wemby-ish. You feel me? Assists. Wemby had 1 assist, 7 rebounds. His team lost 103-104. My boy Anthony Edwards had 23 points. It looks like from what I'm seeing right here, this was a collective effort from the Minnesota Timberwolves. They had 5 guys in double digits. Anthony Edwards leads the way with 23 points. But then you got Julius Randle with 15, 12 for Jaden McDaniels, and 17 for Naz Reid coming off the bench. So then I'm looking, I guess, 103-104. I like to see how they lost. I want to see how the Spurs lost. Free throw percentage was higher. It was higher than the Wolves. It wasn't there. It was about a rebound short. That can cost you a game. That can cost you a 1-point game. The Timberwolves were sharing the ball better. 23 assists versus 19. They also turned the ball over a lot. This is right here. So here you have it right there. They were sharing the ball. Turnovers. They had 14 turnovers. The Wolves had 9. And fast break, the Wolves had more fast break points. That means they took advantage of all those turnovers. In the largest league, and they also blew a lead. They also had a 19-point lead. They had a 19-point lead, and the Wolves came back. Now, here's my thing with it all, right? I was just talking to my guy E about this. This is just one of the most exciting times of basketball that I can remember. Now, and it's not about the players or anything. It's just an exciting time of basketball. We just really just watch basketball and be on the edge of our seat. We don't know who's going to win what, and be okay with that. Like, I'm looking at this right here with Sacramento Kings versus the Rockets. Rockets scored 98. Sacramento Kings 111. Rockets is a team is 22-14 right now. The Sacramento Kings is 9-30 and beat them. Now, that might not sound exciting, but at least it makes you feel like, damn, I should have watched that. Because before, I was going to turn it off. I'm like, man, the Rockets are going to cook them. But they didn't. They held Kevin Durant to 23 points. 23 points on 23 points at 9 for 18 shooting. Had 6 assists, so they made him a passer last night. Alfred Sengun had 19 points, but he had to shoot it 20 times. I was watching him. He just had a bad game last night. He had a bad game last night, and that was the downfall. Ahmed Thompson had 31 points and 6 assists with five turnovers. So stuff like that, stuff like that is always going to be a credit to a loss. Russell Westbrook, 15 points, 10 assists, another double-double. He always show out when he played Durant, bro. Like, the Russell Westbrook always showing out when he played Durant. DeMar DeRozan led the way with 22 points, 22 points, 6 assists, no turnovers. I like to see how they lost, so I'm gonna go to the team stats. Excuse me. Looking at the 3-point percentage, it was comparable. I mean, it was comparable. The Kings actually shot 35% from three, and the Houston Rockets shot 23%. But the biggest difference in the numbers is that the Kings shot the ball less. So they was 8 for 23 while the Rockets was 7 for 30. Then you look at the assists was pretty even. Turnovers, 13-10. The Houston Rockets had more turnovers, so that always gets you. And then I'm looking at the rebounds here. Let me look at the rebounds. They got our rebound. No, rebounds is comparable. So the largest league. Yeah, the thing is, the Kings got up to a pretty large lead, up 16 points, and they kind of trailed, and the Houston Rockets kind of trailed after that. But nonetheless, I still think it's an exciting year. I think it's an exciting year to watch basketball. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. We got games tonight. E. I'm going to call some games out, E. You tell me who you got. You tell me who you rocking with, bro. Utah versus Cleveland tonight.
Give me Cleveland.
Oh, shit. Boston versus Indiana.
Give me Boston.
Sixers versus Toronto.
Ooh, rematch. Give me Sixers. They got this one.
I'm going to give it... I think Toronto. I like Toronto. You know I'm a Sixers fan. Dallas versus Brooklyn.
Give me Brooklyn.
Okay.
And MPJ playing? MPJ playing, give me Brooklyn. If not, give me Cooper.
Let me see the game cast on this. I'll tell you. Injury reports. Cam Thompson out again? He out quick as shit. Yes, he's playing. So I'll give you Brooklyn.
Nah, Cooper flag all the way, man. Give me the Dallas.
You said Dallas?
Yeah.
Wait. What if Cooper playing, man?
If Cooper flag not playing, I'm going back to Brooklyn.
Damn.
But we trust in Cooper, though.
Nah, Cooper playing tonight. Yeah. So we'll give you Dallas on that. LA versus Los Angeles or the Lakers versus Sac.
Come on, bro. Give me Lakers, bro.
Ooh. Okay.
And Luka finna go crazy tonight, bro.
Shooter ain't playing.
It don't matter though. Don't disrespect.
Shooter out. He's suspended.
They're in Sacramento too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't disrespect Luka, bro. He finna drop 40.
Oh. So, and then your boy Austin Reeves still out. I might have to come out of retirement for that one. I might have to come out of retirement for gambling on that one. Cause I agree with you. Luka probably about to turn up tonight. Charlotte versus my bad. Where I'm at. Charlotte versus the Lakers. Clippers.
Give me Clippers.
Give you Clippers? Okay. They both, but the Charlotte's 14-25. Clippers is 15-23.
It just depends who's playing. Because I don't know. Players be out all the time. If LaMelo's playing.
Let me help you out. I got you. Injury report. Colin Sexton and Miles Bridges, Mason Plumlee are out for the Hornets. That's your. And then for the Clippers, oh no, Kawhi Leonard is out. Yeah. I'm so surprised.
How about James Harden? James Harden playing?
He playing.
Damn. Give me Clippers in.
Clippers?
Yeah.
Okay. Give him the Clippers, him and his boy Clipper Darrell. All right, there you have it, man. There you have it, E. There you have it. Make sure y'all go to OF Protein. Use code 24, use code SCORE24K. Then, if you want some merch, I got a Nike hoodie on, but I do got a Score Society hat on. So you want some merch, you already know. You already know how to support. Go to goalsactivewear.com. Make sure you use code REALHOOPERS to receive 30% off. And you got anything else for us, E?
No, I got nothing else for you.
All right, man. There you have it. Another amazing live show, Real Hoopers Show. Make sure y'all tap in all platforms, Score Society. Make sure y'all follow, subscribe, whatever the platform requires. Make sure y'all do that. Keep supporting the show. We appreciate y'all. Until next time, let's continue to think elite and together. Welcome to Score Society.